So you want to make $1 million a month, huh? That's why you click this video? I got a controversial, high-income producing business that's not only awesome, but guess what? It changes lives. And that's all you can really ask for sometimes, isn't it? What you're going to be doing is helping high-income foreigners buy a business in the U.S., and guess what else? They're going to get a little green card in the process. Pretty good deal, huh? You're stimulating the American economy, you're making foreigners' American dream come true, and you're making them rich. It's a win-win-win. So you're saying to yourself, Alex, how do I do this? Well, it's a good thing you're watching this video, because I'm about to tell you. Welcome back to another video of making $1 million a month. I'm your host, Alex Zastre, as always. If you're not subscribed yet, well, you're missing out on the playbook, because I'll give you a hint. This ain't my only video about how to make $1 million a month. So if you're not subscribed, you're losing out. So don't lose out. Subscribe. Today, we're diving into a niche that's massively underserved, helping immigrants buy businesses in the US in order to get their visa. Which visa exactly? The E2 visa. I'm talking about setting up partnership, leveraging legal frameworks, and scaling this bitch up to 7 figures a month. All right, open up your little Google Doc on the side of this video, because I'm about to give you a lot of sauce. Step 1 of this whole thing is that in order to make this work, you need businesses for sale. Shocker, I know. There's 2 ways you can do this. You can either partner with a licensed business broker, or you can become a broker yourself in order to broker these businesses. As always, I recommend you speak to a securities attorney. I am not a securities attorney. I'm just a guy that comes up with ideas. So check with them, because it ain't me. Let's be honest though. Partnering with an established broker is significantly easier. The alternative is that you could use online sources and resources in order to sell these businesses. If you do that, they'll usually take a fee. You come up with a flat fee with the buyer of the business, and you include it as a one-time fee, and therefore you're not breaking any securities laws. Obviously, I'm not a securities attorney. Obviously, you should check that out with a securities attorney. Again, I'm just a guy with ideas. You're probably wondering to yourself, Alex, can they buy a small business? Can they buy a big business? What kind of business do these guys need? And to that, I say, great question. That leads us to step 2, understanding your pathway to the E2 visa. There are 2 main types of investment visas for foreigners that want to get into the United States. The E2 visa is very popular with entrepreneurs. And you might say to yourself, well, why? And the answer is because it's renewable indefinitely. You can just keep renewing that thing. On top of this, it does give immigrants a legal pathway to live and work in the United States. To qualify, the investor must be from a country that qualifies for this E2 visa. I'm going to run a long list of them on the screen right here in front of me. The editor's doing it right now. As you'll see from this list, it's a lot of countries and pretty much all of the first world ones. So if you're watching this video and you have internet, you're probably good to go. Now, being from an E2 treaty country is not the only requirement. The other requirement here is that they must make a substantial investment into the US. And I say, why not follow the rules and make a bunch of money? And that's what you'll be telling your clients. Okay, for those looking for a more permanent solution, there's the EB-5 visa. This is a direct path to a green card, but the investment necessary is significantly higher. It kind of ranges, but I've heard that it starts around $1 million. So the E2 visa, which generally requires, from what I've heard, around 80 grand, is usually a really good option. But the reality is you're going to be brokering businesses in order to make this happen. So the more they pay, the better, really. So if you can get them the EB-5, it's much more likely to be more attractive for them because they can end up with an actual green card, and they're going to have to make a serious investment, which means they have to be a serious investor, and therefore they have money to pay for your services where you make money. Step 3, target the EB-5 or E2 countries. There are 78 countries that qualify for the E2 visa into the US and a similar amount for the EB-5 visa into the US. Now, why is this important? Because these countries already have a culture of entrepreneurship as well as a knack for kind of the US business mentality. Because culturally, these countries are already very familiar with entrepreneurship, and moreover, there's a big demand from a lot of these countries to get engaged in US business. Targeting these treaty countries is how you're going to scale fast. Step 4, partner with an immigration lawyer. This part is super important because they're basically going to advise the end client on the entire situation. They're also going to take on all of the legal liability when it comes to their immigration and the paperwork they're going to have to do and all of that kind of stuff, much like the broker that you're getting involved in the actual securities transaction. To be fair, I do believe, and again, you should check this with a securities attorney, but there is an exemption in the US for M&A, mergers and acquisitions, under $25 million that might allow you to do this unlicensed. However, again, as always, I recommend you speak with an attorney to verify what I am saying. The lawyer will handle the legal procedures, the paperwork, all of the boring stuff that you don't want to have to deal with, but is mandatory in order to get this shit done. The other thing is that this partnership is mandatory because people are going to need you to have one. Not only can you not do this process yourself, nor should you, but clients would run for the hills if they ever found out that you didn't have a lawyer involved in this process. And fair enough. Here's a real pro tip. Instead of just paying the lawyer like their usual hourly rate, I would recommend setting up some sort of profit share with them or affiliate program so that they can make even more money the more clients that they help for you, and so that it's not just hourly. So then they're incentivized to do your work over any of the other work that they might, already have on their desk. Step 5, run targeted ads to get the clients. Seems simple enough. Here's where the magic happens. Paid ads. Your goal is to target high net worth individuals earning $30,000 or more. Ads should be clear, direct, and aspirational. The ad would go something like this. Do you earn $30,000 a month or more and want to get a visa to the United States? We're helping people just like you buy profitable businesses in the US and get their EB-5 visa in the process. If you'd like to find out more information, go down below and book a call today. That would be the exact ad that I would use personally. I would then go a step further and qualify them in the lead form. I would ask for things like previous business experience, how much income they're actually making, and get rid of anybody that's not making enough income for this to make sense for them. I would run these ads directly on Facebook ads, and then from there, you would just set up a consultation call with a salesman, sell them on the offer, and then hand it off to the lawyer, and you go out and find the business for them to purchase, or your team, or the broker that you've engaged. Okay, before I tell you the monetization strategy for all of this, Alex, how am I going to make a bunch of money? I'm about to tell you exactly how you're going to make $1 million a month with this offer. Of course, I always do. All right, let me tell you about today's sponsor. It's me. As a lot of you guys already know, I run a capital advisory firm myself, and right now I'm looking for other guys to partner with that want to build a capital advisory firm and take it to 7 or 8 figures a year. I've already partnered with guys like William, who saw a piece of my content and actually went out and decided to start brokering deals himself. I swear to God, I'm not making this up. He was 19 and closed a $1 billion deal, taking home $6 million over the course of the next year, just from brokering the deal itself. So pretty insane. Another student of mine, Vincent, he went from $30,000 a month to $250,000 a month, and he earned a $7 million commission check on a $250 million deal as well. And none of these guys actually had finance experience prior to, and they didn't even really have much experience in this space at all. So if you're currently making $30,000 a month or more, and you want to turn that into a 7 or 8 figure business, click the link in the description, book your free call today, and I'll actually send you over the capital advisory blueprint free of charge as well, just for your troubles in doing so. Now, back to the good stuff. Monetize strategically. This is where you make your money. This is the good part. First, you're going to charge a setup fee for actually putting all of this together. The lawyer, the broker, finding the business, all of that kind of stuff. You'll charge an initial $10,000, maybe $20,000 up front. Secondly, you'll take an equity position in the business so that you guys can have some ongoing income coming out of that as well. And then $5,000 to $15,000 in legal fees, if not more. To be honest with you, a lot of these visas charge a lot more. We're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars for the visa itself, which means there's a lot of room to upcharge. If it's just the regular E2 visa, then yeah, it's like $5,000 to $10,000 in order to get it done. But if it's the full-fledged green card situation, then yeah, it can be a lot more. So you guys can definitely upcharge a lot there as well. Each of these deals should basically bring you in personal income, like anywhere between kind of $15,000 to $25,000 per deal. You guys would then scale this offer out. And once you guys are doing, 50 deals, 40 deals a month, you guys are well into the $1 million a month range. The reason I like this business so much is because it's not just about making a bunch of money. It's you genuinely are solving a real world problem. You're helping people start new lives while building a recession-proof business for yourself. So what's stopping you? Start reaching out to brokers and lawyers, get the ads running, and start printing cash. If you've got questions or you want to see more videos like this, then go down in the comments below and make sure to drop a comment and let me know what you guys want to see, what you thought of this video, so on and so forth. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more updates on my videos whenever they drop so that you can be the first one to actually try them. A lot of the times, the first people to the punch are the ones that are actually going to make the money. I'm Alex Zastre, and this is how you'll make your first $1 million.